into the night. The city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting.
All right, everybody, we are back. Welcome again, Sunday Night Rocket League. As exciting as it always is. Boomer Knock, once again in the booth with me. Russ producing as well. I'm Bulletnote. Boomer, man, tell me what you're thinking about that last series we just watched.
It was a raffle stomp in the way that I did not expect. For Ooh, I did not expect the Eels to get to crumble so much underneath the pressure of their opponents, and it just. I mean, I guess who would win. However, not that much.
Yeah, no, they showed out in dominant fashion. They've definitely secured their slot in the playoffs. Of course, we're talking about the Stream Rascals from the Romp, who came in and took care of business, walking away with a 4-0 in case you missed it. If you missed it, go back and watch it. It was an exciting time. But talking about excitement, we're right back in the action. We got a prospect matchup, and not just any kind of matchup, a tied matchup between Tanuki from the Shrine and Roly Polies from Buggin out. Tanuki and Roly Polies both sitting at 22 and 14 on the season right now. Both of them solidly in the top 10. They're tied for 6 overall in Prospect. Prospect has been a wild start to the season. We're about halfway through the season, and I don't know if it's still the same case. Things have split out a little bit, but I can say, having been in Prospect this season, I can tell you last week, 2 wins separated the top 8 teams. Only 2 wins separated the top 8 teams, and that's a crazy stat line to run, and we're right back in it as well. There's 4 teams tied for second right now, and then there's 4 teams tied for 6th, and 2 wins separate those groups of 4 as well. We're going to get into the action here between the Roly Polies and Tanuki. One of those teams is falling out of the top 10 tonight.
That's right. And speaking of falling out, I don't know. Like you usually ask about predictions, right about now, correct?
Oh, I
And
normally do. I
I'm,
don't know
I'm
if I want to make one.
uh, well, I do, and then I'll leave you the leftovers, right? Not
All
that
right.
either team is left over from this. It's just who I don't pick immediately. And looking at the stat lines for the two teams, comparing side by side, I'm gonna have to look at Tanuki for coming out on top in this matchup, simply because of the amount of goals versus, the saves, and the shots. And
Yeah.
granted, the shot percentage as well is there, but their amount of pressure they're going to be able to put on the roly polies and the amount of pressure the roly polies are going to put on them, it doesn't seem like they're going to be worried about it with the hellacious amount of saves that they've got. Nice.
Not a bad analysis at all. Here's my counter argument for the Roly Polies. All right. They have the same record as Tanuki. They're 22-14, despite having 6 less goals and despite being outscored by 12 goals. If you look at those goals versus. So, Roly Polies, this is a team that is used to winning close games to have that record that they have. This is a team that is comfortable in the chaos. If they get into a position like we saw the Electric Eels in the last series, I think they're going to fare a lot better than the Electric Eels did. So if we're taking sides here, I'm still going to go for the Roly Polies, who statistically are the underdogs in this situation. So once again, I'm picking the underdogs in this situation to come out on top. But those are our predictions. Everybody else, get your predictions in the chat. We got 42 of you here with us tonight. We're going to blitz through these team lineups and then get right into the action. So, Russ, if you please, throw us up for the Tanuki. We got DJZ, we got Lone Wolf, we got Bieles, and we got Crispy Crunch. You guys have seen them all here before. They've played on stream before. But look at this shot count for everybody. It's a huge difference from the amateur league that we are seeing here. Just,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get faster, you make more shots, you make more attempts. 80 and 82 shots for DJ and Lone Wolf respectively. That's a heavy shooting team.
It is indeed. And the amount of goals that they've got, as far as the amount of shots they've made, sitting at, let's see, our top two is 82 and 80. Look at it, 25% for Lone Wolf and 33% for DJs. Not shabby at all for the amount of shots that they've made this season.
No, not shabby at all. And Crispy Crunch again, lower games played, but standing out with that shot percentage as well. I know you always love talking about the closers, the guys that come in and sweep things up. Maybe we'll see some of that
I
from
do.
Crispy Crunch. But let's take a look at Roly Polies here, and then we'll get right into the action with all of you guys in chat. Roly Polies from Buggin Out, one of my favorite just franchises in general. I love the art, I love the name. But you got K-Flip, you got Mr. Silent, you got SardonicOx, and then you got pythagorjags, who I think we're calling just Pyth tonight,
Pythagodon.
so that we don't keep butchering his name there. But again, talk about shooters. We were talking about it before. Mr. Silent, SardonicOx, both of them 86 shots and pulling out a 32 and 41% shooting percentage from that.
Holy shot amounts indeed. And like you had said, they are used to having very close matches based off of the statistics from the entire team. And those shot percentages would absolutely take out another team that as well would not have the amount of saves that Tanuki has. I mean, but you look at the amount of saves that Tanuki has. DJ is coming out with 65. No one on the Roly Polies even scratches that. I mean, they're sitting at half that amount.
Right. No,
So I still
absolutely.
believe that that is going to be the saving grace of Tanuki for coming out over the Roly Polies, but not shabby numbers themselves, coming out at 28, 33, 32. Those are not rookie numbers right there.
No, they're absolutely not. You're 100% right. I think that's some great analysis, but let's see if these teams can put up the numbers that they've been putting up all season. We're going to say go, go, go in the chat. We're going to get things going. It's the last match of Sunday night RSC. It's a prospect match with everything on the line for these two teams. One of these teams is going home, dropping down in the rankings. We're going to see who it is tonight. We got DJZ lined up against SardonicOx, taking the first kickoff here in the prospect match as it goes into the corner of the Tanuki field there. Gets immediately hit by K-Flip as he tries to get that pressure going, but DJZ is going to take that ball away, throw it down midfield, plays a 50 off Mr. Silent, and that ball's going towards the net. It gets knocked away by K-Flip. K-Flip, all sides of the field being played right now as he tries to get it past midfield and throw a shot down, gets knocked away by Bieles. SardonicOx going up. The action is immediate here, folks. Boom or knock. Let's look at it. A goal right off the bat. Here's Mr. Silent picking up 100 points.
What a first play, not even 30 seconds in, and Mr. Silent right there, taking it off the nose, putting it top left into the opponent's goal. And the amount, the speed. that these two teams are able to just jump in and get things going immediately. Lone Wolf putting it up and off the backboard, trying to get a pass to his teammate who is not quite there before the opponents can get it out of there. Big 50 in the corner. Mr. Silent trying to put it up again in the top left. And, oh, we've got a ballet going on of fakes where Bieles is able to take it up into the corner of the opponents and not able to do anything with it as DJs takes it away from him. But we've got another case of back and forth almost immediately in this first match, just like the previous series we were looking at.
Back and forth indeed. That ball still finds the backside of Tanuki's net as it goes into the corner post there. SardonicOx gets a great touch to throw it back to midfield. A misflip by Mr. Silent leaves that ball floating, and then a whiff as well. Mr. Silent going for a dribble and gets sort of shoved to the side. DJZ now getting the opportunity to play off the backboard there. A shot gets blocked by K-Flip. If K-Flip wasn't there, that score was going to be tied up after a brilliant shot from Tanuki there. Bieles keeping the pressure. Mr. Silent coming back as well. A little bit of a back and forth, but none of it seems very just kind of boomer ball. They're all trying to get that setup that they want as they try for a shot here. Mr. Silent knocks it away. Bieles going in to keep the pressure. And now it's Roly Polies who have to play the defense as the offense from Tanuki has kept this ball on their side of the field for the last 30 seconds or so.
That's right, and Bieles bringing it back around off of the wall, and Mr. Silent is unable to get there. But cage flip with what a save indeed, and just knocking it away right at the crossbar. And speaking of K-flip, right here, oh, and he put it just right to the opponent who could have, had he gotten any more vertical on that, would have been able to push it back towards the goal, but Bieles here is able to come back around in the corner, and he cut right back on that when it dropped down behind him. And Mr. Silent is not able to jump up and knock it out of the way.
Looking a little bit like a layup there for Bieles, getting a little bit of a slow, high-arcing shot in, gets it passed over the head of the last defender, ties it up with just over half the game passed. Bieles in the corner now has to play the defense on the net as he tries to throw it out of the corner, but the aggression from the Roly Polies is trying to get something set up here. They're going to be looking for a shot. It gets knocked away. It's an open net opportunity. DJZ might not be able to get back in time, leaves it high for their teammates, and look at this. The entire Tanuki team leaves DJ to run back by himself, and that cost them. SardonicOx took advantage of the 1v1, was able to put the ball where DJ wasn't and get 100 points for that.
Yep, and it absolutely seems like Tanuki has commitment issues on the opposite side. Usually those issues would make it to where you don't commit. However, Tanuki just decided commitment is our thing. And all three of them try to jump into it, and usually, like I say, when there's more than two, it's not a good situation for long term. And we saw that
traditional outlook there
as as the Roly Polies. I almost said Roly Polies. Let's not get into that. As the Roly Polies were able to just get back on it and counter with it, and here we go again. The same thing it looks like, and Mr. Silent just happened to be behind every single one of the Tanuki players, and it just popped out right in front of him. So what's he gonna do? Shoot it.
Well, I've both watched Tanuki play a bunch on stream here. I've also played against them as a prospect player myself. Tanuki is one of those teams that is very good at getting the ball across to their teammates. And so demos, like we just saw from K-Flip, or from K-Flip getting sent back to the spawn screen, are going to be really effective against Tanuki. But it might not matter as K-Flip comes flying down from midfield again. Mr. Silent going up for a 50, gets knocked, and that ball is going to float out. Despite floating into the the Roly Poly side of the field, it's going to give them an opportunity to reset. Mr. Silent gets the bang out as well. K-Flip going up for the shot, tries to get it on net. It gets knocked away. And I'm sorry, I was saying about Tanuki. I meant to be talking about the Roly Polies, talking about their ability to get the ball to each other, to their teammates, to get those passes set up. as that ball just sort of floats down across the net. 30 seconds left. There's been a lot of action so far, but right now we're not seeing a ton of movement. 30 seconds, 3-1. Who do you think is going to walk away? It looks kind of dire now for Tanuki.
I think the Roly Polies are going to be able to take this one. However, until a certain point, you can't really say that, oh, this team absolutely has it, because anything can happen in Rocket League just about in the last 15 seconds, but we are well past that with 3 seconds left, and let's see what we can do with this. Never mind. I was going to say, let's see what they could do with this second play. But Bieles just says, no, Boomer, you need to quiet down. And
Roly Polies handling business offensively, just coming in and really just making some really strong shots. You saw that early game lead from Mr. Silent. Mr. Silent doing the bulk of the work here. 2 goals on 4 shots, 3 saves as well, and then K-Flip picking up 3 saves on their own as well, to shutting down Tanuki. Despite having the same number of shots, they're only going to walk away with 1 goal from their efforts.
Absolutely, and it seems like there is a flip in the script, if you will, between Tanuki and the Roly Polies on saves and shots. Because, well, the shots are the same between the two opponents. However, the amount of saves, Roly Polies absolutely took advantage of getting that ball out of the way when Tanuki was putting it on target.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Here we go, getting ready to start the second match.
Despite that, I saw just a lot of great offensive pressure from Tanuki. I think, 1 or 2 better touches or better passes flips the script on them. I don't know that there's any major changes they really need to make. It's game 1. They were, getting each other figured out, and we see a shot almost go that gets net into a 50. Bieles trying to make the shot there. I think last time it was Bieles or Bieles. I was saying it wrong one way, so again, I apologize, chat. I'm always probably going to butcher somebody's name here. K-Flip getting the ball now. Gets an opportunity, fakes out the 50, and that's going to leave an open net that Bieles has to come back and take. Gets the save off it, but then here's Mr. Silent again. Who else but Mr. Silent throwing it down to the corner? Gets 100 points.
That's his fans in the stands making the noise for him, just shh, everybody shushing. And that's it. As he makes that goal, bottom right corner, putting it underneath that last defender. And Lone Wolf catching it off of this second kickoff, and Mr. Silent making that very quiet fake. And K-Flip bringing it onto Tanuki's side. But, oh, somebody just got demoed right in front of my camera. And not sure who that was. I think it was Sardonic that got exploded for his efforts of just being there. And someone was very mad at him. Oh my goodness, the amount of whiffs that came off of that simple little chip was amazing. And here we go, Mr. Silent once again coming back down. Let's watch this again. K-Flip puts it there, and Mr. Silent off of the ceiling?
Almost off of the ceiling. Off the sidewall, skimmed the ceiling with his roof, I think. Didn't get anything for that, but then had enough boost to come back and get that last touch to throw it over Lone Wolf. And it's kind of the same story we saw in game 1 when Roly Polies were able to score first and score fast. They walked away with a victory, and Tanuki's looking at a 2-goal deficit right now. They're going to have to try and fight back on.
You are absolutely correct on that. And it seems like my prediction on this one, if things keep going the way they are, that Tanuki's going to have a hard time pulling it out from a 2-game loss or a 2-game deficit in this series. But
Yes.
With the amount of energy that the Roly Polies are able to put out right now, it's it's going to be tough for Tanuki to get things together. And oh my goodness, Mr. Silent trying for a redirect and almost getting it. And I don't even know what that was. Sardonic coming up for a redirect himself, faking it, and then K-flip right underneath him to try and make the shot. However, it just did not work. Those saves that I was talking about at the very start are what is saving Tanuki from this being a 0-2, 0-3, or an 0-4 game as of right now.
Well, the offensive pressure from the Roly Polies has just kind of been absolute in this second game. Right from the start, right from the get-go, every counterattack has sort of been answered. Every push has been responded to. Tanuki has just had a hard time trying to get things going offensively because there's always been a roly-poly player in their way. And you see it right here as another shot that was supposed to go midfield ends up off the backboard. They're not able to make it, and they even get a pass back to keep their own possession and keep that ball going, as you see DJ coming out, or Silent, sorry, coming out there and getting that ball out to the corner again. And even in the corner, there's some aggression. Demo's coming out. Ball gets knocked away, but it's not going to do much because immediately on the spawn, here's Mr. Silent coming in again to get that offensive pressure going.
That's right, and don't worry about getting them confused. I get them confused as well because same. Sometimes
they're all
I get
goats, right? So
that's true. That's true. Also, they are. Oh my goodness! It almost went in. Sardonic trying for the ground double, and DJ is trying for the little chip, but Mr. Silent says no, sir. Or I'm sorry, Mr. Silent says to that attempt that
Mr. Silent says nothing.
That's right.
It's all K-flip right here.
He just does it, but K-flip is the one. Let's watch this replay and putting it in. And where art thou, defenders?
That was actually Mr. Silent himself who silenced the defender, sending him back to the spawn screen, leaving that net open for K-flip.
And what an amazing play that was to clear the way for K-flip to do what he needed to do, which was put a shot on target. Which, if you watch any of my games, is quite the difficult thing to do. Mr. Silent, one more time, just putting it to them as he gets that coming downtown dunk, and one more time K-flip is able to get that done. Mr. Silent doing the big fake. And a big 50 between Silent, Sardonic, and who was that? One of Tanuki. But Lone Wolf getting the ball quite
what
close.
A save.
Oh, my. And
what a save by Mr. Silent there, who had to dodge one of the oncoming Tanuki players and then immediately, before he got to touch the ground, get on the ball and make the save. And he did it. Mr. Silent kind of standing out in these first two games as the guy to watch and the guy to demo if you're on Tanuki's team, to make sure that his presence is off the field. 0 seconds, that ball's going to float down and touch the corner, and that's going to be the Roly Polies in game two. A very quick and decisive game two victory for the Roly Polies, going to extend their lead 2-0 on the series. We were talking about how close these stat lines were, and we talking about these tough, close games, but that has just not been the story here tonight. Roly Polies have come out swinging, and they have not let up.
That's right. And hey, finally, that's right is correct thing to say. It's like the exact opposite of the previous series that we were announcing on, where the ones that are just slightly statistically in the advantage in that last series were the ones that came out on top 4-0. Here, completely different story.
Well, and we're going to have another pre-game analysis put to the test here. We've got a sub coming in. It's Crispy Crunch coming in for DJZ. We talked about his scoring ability. We talked about your particular fancy for the ringers and the closeouts. It
That's
might be a
right.
little
You got
early to bring them in, but Crispy Crunch coming in for DJZ. Going to see if that is going to be enough for them to get that change.
Absolutely going to attempt it in this 2-game deficit and see if they can come out on top with their ringer. so to speak. Or in this moment, oh,
What a shot
a
already.
K flip just putting it on target, just a little bit high, and I like to call those the Willie Nelson shots. It's just above the bar.
I don't think I've heard a
Uh,
Willie Nelson song, let alone a reference, in probably about 5 years.
well, when I have to make a Willie Nelson reference, it usually takes all of me to do it. Um, that's right, kids. Willie Nelson references right here, and
Ball
K
ball going
flip
out to the side, K flip.
way out from there. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, ball going out to the side, K-flip and Silent tied up there, trying to get over each other. Maybe a little too aggressive from the Roly Polies. That ball floating out again. Bieles gonna get it over one, get it past another. SardonicOx is able to take it and clear it, but Crispy Crunch is right there to try and keep the pressure. Lone Wolf has the boost, but loses the 50, sending that ball to the corner again. Dangerous position, looking for a shot. It's gonna be Mr. Silent, throws it off the crossbar. There's his teammate K-flip coming in, trying to get it cleaned up again, and SardonicOx fakes the first 50, but loses possession as that ball goes over, and that's going to go almost into the net. K-flip again been able to get another save. K-flip, the thing I want to talk about with K-flip is the mobility, right? His ability to
Yeah.
not only get into a supporting role to help his teammates, but also then immediately be able to get back as well. If we're talking about rotation, and usually rotational woes are what most teams and prospects struggle with, this team does not have any with K-flip on their roster.
No, they don't, and there is no shortage of close calls when it comes to these two teams. And right there, K Flip getting another save, bringing it out, or at minimum keeping it from being a pass center for one of Tanuki to just shove it in, if you will. And oh, a nice pinch from Mr. Silent as one of Tanuki just throws it right back towards the Roly Poly side, and it's like you said, it's not a banger, left and right, just big booms, but the back and forth as far as who's in charge
Oh
on
my
this
gosh.
field. Uh, what did you just
Let's
see? Because I just saw a blur.
I'll tell you what I didn't see is I didn't see a goal being scored. It's been about a minute of offensive pressure here that Tanuki has just been relentlessly pushing against. And oh, Caster
Uh,
Kerr strikes
oh,
again.
it seems
Mr.
from the chat in Twitch at RSCNA, no game audio still.
Oh, Russ, help us out there.
Russ! And oh wait, I heard a
was
goal.
saying,
I heard a goal
I heard and
because I have
saw a
game
goal.
audio. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
What I was saying there was just the offensive pressure from Tanuki. Um, Despite all of their offensive pressure, Roly Polies, in a very bend don't break display of defensive prowess, did not allow that goal in. And then on the counter attack, enough confusion happened. There were a couple missed touches, and Roly Polies walked away with a goal after all of that. And we see again for almost most of this game, I'd say probably about 80% of this game, Roly Polies has been on the back foot, and just now,
and as
3
you
minutes
say
and
that-
30 seconds. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the match, and Tanuki finally gets a score off none other than Crispy Crunch going up on the 50 on Sardonyx. And they're going to tie things up 1-1.
the new guys prevail as Crispy Crunch gets the first goal of this match for Tanuki. And here we go with Crispy Crunch taking a big 50 from the top, jumping down off of the wall. And someone got demoed for their efforts. Oh, somebody else got demoed. What is the... Oh, Lone Wolf just putting the
that's
hurt on the Roly
dirty.
Polies.
That's some dirty playing
Oh.
from Lone Wolf, but you love to see it. He goes and gets the bump, the demo on one
Oh.
and the bump on the other, leaving an open goal for Crispy
No
Crunch.
skill, all demos. I'm kidding, Lone Wolf. You've got skill
Your
because
evil
you
twin
can
would have
aim
your head
your
for
car.
that.
And do what?
Your evil twin would have your head for saying that demos don't take skill, because that is his bread and butter.
My evil twin? Absolutely, yes, because he's
Your
my evil
is
twin.
the-
That's yep.
he's
that's why.
everybody's evil twin. He's a player and
Oh, here's
prospect.
Crispy
that's
Crunch putting a shot
known
on
for his
target.
demos.
Well, yeah, that's absolutely correct. But nobody here is a certified bona fide Woody. And if you know who that is the SSL, who is amazing at demos. And Lone Wolf doing a 50. And, let's watch this again. 50 with K-Flip to just say, no, that's going in your net. Bringing this match up to 3-1. And Tanuki is coming on strong in these last 2 minutes of this game.
Yeah, Crispy Crunch brings some much-needed life into the Tanuki side of the field. They get a flip over one. Lone Wolf Bieles is going for a solo play here. Bieles doing it all by himself. Hasn't done too much this game. Gets the opportunity for one and gets it past the last third man. And then that's an open net that he throws top bin just for the hell of it.
What a flick over that last defender, mind you. And we've got Lone Wolf and Mr. Silent on this kickoff. And Mr. Silent just taking it away from Lone Wolf and popping it down to K-Flip, who puts a shot on. It was a little bit off to the right, but just enough to get Tanuki staying on their toes. And is like neither team is really giving a whole lot of space to their opponents at the moment. It's all been like they've had to take every inch that they can get of this field. And Tanuki is going to take the W on this match 2, match 3.
Match
I
3,
lose
and
count.
what a response!
I
What
lose
a
count.
response from Tanuki, right? In this third match, they've got one win under their belt, and with that possible momentum swing, they're going to be looking to get another one here to maybe end the series 2-2. But there's no sweep here in the prospect here tonight as they walk away with that victory. And you had a really good point that I think you were trying to elaborate on, which is both teams have just had a presence on the ball, no matter where it is, midfield, defense, offense. It's been met constantly, and these teams are having to work really hard to get around each other. And you saw that with the play from Bieles, who was able to go and make that solo play to get their lead up by 3. But it's really going to come down to who's able to get around the defense, and neither of these teams are shabby defenders. There's not an easy goal scored in any of these series.
Absolutely. Every single one has been fought for, either in the midfield or right in front of the net. And as I said in the chat, I can't count. And it's Maysky said, numbers are hard. We forgive you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Numbers are hard. And what else is hard is making a goal on either of these teams lately. Because,
Mhm.
again, yes, as I was trying to elaborate earlier, it's everything is fought for. Nothing is given. Everything is earned. Here we go into match 3. That was match... No.
Match
Jay,
4.
dang it.
Numbers are hard for you.
I quit. I'm out. Bye.
Well, right off the bat, some crazy action from K-Flip here. We just said scoring was hard for these teams, but K-Flip putting our words back in our mouth as he goes and gets
heard a
it
goal, I'm
off
back.
8 seconds.
8-second goal. Yep. Okay, I'm back. What? Oh.
Was this intriguing enough for you?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It's just, couldn't help it.
Dangerous position here. Open net. Defenders nowhere to be seen. Unfortunately, that 50 doesn't go Tanuki's way as it ends up back on their side of the field. SardonicOx going again, trying to make a play here for their teammates. This gets knocked away again. When the Roly Polies have scored first, they've typically come out on top, and that's the situation that we're looking at now. Going to be interesting to see if Tanuki can get that response. Tanuki showed a lot of that aggression and energy in Game 3. They might be able to do it again here. Lone Wolf going for a play off the sidewall. SardonicOx reads it and knocks it down, though, and that's going to go up and over back onto Tanuki's side, where Crispy Crunch is staying in the game and getting a touch of his own to try and keep that pressure on.
And Sardonic is up over Bieles' head. And K-Flip getting the opportunity off of that 50. to put it back over onto Tanuki's side of the field, and K-Flip keeping the pressure on. Once again, Mr. Silent right over. Is it Bieles? Bieles?
Bieles. We'll get yelled at either way, so I'm just going to keep saying it one way.
Beelzebub, if you will, because he is a demon out on this field. And, but he's just everywhere, right? You just cannot keep him down. And Crispy Crunch staying on the defense, but staying on the offense, but Mr. Silent clearing it out and trying to pass it over to K-Flip. And
I would have lost my mind if that connected.
Oh, yes. That would. Oh, speaking of connecting, Lone Wolf straight from the corner. He must have had a protractor in his cereal this morning with that angle. Look at that. And Bieles trying to steal it. What a little thief. I told you he's a little devil. The rascal's already played, Bieles. Calling him a rascal. You little rascal.
Yeah,
anyway, so back to casting. K-Flip pushing Lone Wolf. Say again?
You got jokes tonight.
I do. Well, so do you. Have you heard yourself? No? Oh, okay. Well, K-Flip getting a little bit pushy. And right there, just as I said that, getting quite pushy on Lone Wolf. Good? I heard you say something.
No, I'm good. Bieles
okay.
in the corner here, throwing it down to Mr. Silent, leaving it for Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf takes a shot, gets knocked away by Mr. Silent again. I don't know. We talked MVP last series when we saw the amateurs playing, and it was pretty clear cut. I don't really know who you want to give MVP to tonight. Who's been standing out for you?
Everybody. And you can quote me on that. Everybody's been standing out. Because, I mean, look at that. Lone Wolf going for the shot. Sardonic just right there to defend against it. And K-Flip forcing Crispy Crunch to put it out and away from himself. And, there's long distance shot from Sardonic as he's getting the clear. And Tanuki, once again, everyone on Tanuki was at midfield at the, as you could call it, the 50-yard line, or further forward towards the Roly Polies goal.
Yeah, and we talked about that. We talked about that offensive pressure from Tanuki that was paying them dividends here in Game 3. In Game 4, it punished them. Lone Wolf, the last man back, left that net kind of open. Unfortunately, SardonicOx took advantage of it from all the way back on their goal line, was able to bomb it over and get the lead off that goal there. But Lone Wolf, looking to remedy his past mistakes, going to be looking for a play here. Goes up the wall, goes now instead for a demo or a bump. Doesn't quite get it. Crispy Crunch in to keep possession of the ball on the Roly Polies side before it's knocked down again. Bieles, that touch might come back to haunt them as K-Flip's got boost and an opportunity to try and make a play. Gets knocked down, and Crispy Crunch now able to meet them as well. Keep that pressure going. Crispy Crunch with a beautiful back pass up front. No one's there to score it, though, and Mr. Silent's going to come down. We got a minute left, and Roly Polies just have to hold on to their lead, but we saw some late-game action from Tanuki earlier in this series. That's going to make that a hard task as Bieles goes up, gets a pass over one. It's a net that's open. It gets knocked away by none other than K-Flip, who might have just saved Roly Polies' victory here in this game.
What a career touch. No, never mind.
Never mind.
It was all wrong. It was all incorrect. Mr. Silent trying to clear it out. Sardonic's trying to pinch it with Mr. Silent, but ended up bumping him instead, giving it an opening for Tanuki to just drop it right in there. And now this match is 2-2.
What a touch from Lone Wolf to get the extra little nudge that it needed to get that ball across the goal line there off a great pass from Bieles. And then again, looking to do it again, Lone Wolf throwing it up for Bieles. Bieles doesn't get the touch that he wants, but Crispy Crunch now has the ball. Gets a beautiful 50 that almost just goes in. K-Flip's up again. We might have, I'm going to hold my breath. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to cast this curse because I want to see it. So I'm just going to wait. We got 2 more seconds. Ball's on the ground.
Overtime!
Hold on. It's still up. There it is. Okay, we can talk about it now.
Oh,
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
Two series with a game 4 overtime. And we're
That's
just
right.
right back into
And
the action. There was
they
no
just,
hesitation there. The ball's already on the Roly Polies
yeah.
side of the goal. Lone Wolf looking to try and keep some pressure here as it gets knocked down. Bieles in the back with boost and time. Leaves it though for SardonicOx. That's a shot on net and almost a goal. Lone Wolf knocks it away. And now Bieles gets an opportunity off an open net.
No!
No one's back. Where's the defense? That only took 20 seconds.
Unlike the previous series, oh my goodness, did Roly Polies take a page out of Tanuki's playbook and everyone go forward all at the same time? It seems like they did. I think they did.
Seems like they did. Bieles coming in at the very end to get that last touch and just put it right on target. We all say open nets are the hardest shots to make, and they're especially hard in overtime, and they're even harder on stream, but Bieles got it done. And that's going to leave this series tied 2-2. GG's to both teams. Boomer, what are your final thoughts on this series?
My final thoughts are the statistics don't lie. They were very close in just about everything. And yeah, turned out to a tie. Now, however, we don't like ties, but they do happen. And as I'm looking back over at the chat, as someone, Data Five Boys said, 3-man dive. I like that. It's a
Yeah,
good
it
one.
is a
That's
three-man dive.
I like that play. It's a
I
good
also
play.
got a crazy stat line, which I can also say that I can echo with Diamondback in prospect as well. But that was Tanuki's 7th 2-2 series in a row, which is wild, absolutely wild. Diamondback in prospect as well went through a similar string early season. It wasn't until I think like match day 6 that we actually broke our 2-2 curse. We were sitting at 2-2 for the entire first part of the season, but that's crazy for Tanuki to be on their 7th 2-2 series in a row. It's got to be a joke at this point. I know we were laughing about it over in Diamondback, but congrats on them for fighting back, though.
Oh,
2-2 is always better than a 1-3. We still have to give out an MVP for tonight, and I don't know who you give it to.
I mean, it's somewhere between a player on Tanuki and a player on Roly Polies, to be honest. Everybody had a presence out there. Everybody was doing all of the things that they needed to do, with the exception of staying back for that third man. But yeah,
well, let's do this. You picked Tanuki and I picked Roly Poly. So why don't you give your choice for Tanuki?
Then I see. I can't give it to Crispy for just the one amazing come straight out of the gate and make a goal and just I'm the new guy. Ow! I can't give it to him just for that, even though that's I'll give him the honorable mention on that. But Lone Wolf, I would have to say it was Lone Wolf because
Good choice.
the offensive strategizing he was able to do and go, oh, I can get a demo here. Oh, I can get another one here. All right, hey, Bieles, Crispy, that net's open. Go ahead. Like the thinking on his feet or on his wheels, if you will. Yeah, Lone Wolf was a presence above the others, just
100%.
enough for me to give him the MVP off of Tanuki's lineup.
No, I agree with you 100%, and I'll echo your sentiment. We talk about support roles and the the second and third man positioning and support that helps teams score. And so for Roly Polies, despite the brilliant performance from Mr. Silent, I think I am going to give it to K-Flip for his ability to just manage the field control, be able to get back to third man, making some incredible saves, getting some great passes, getting some good pressure. This team does not walk away with a 2-2 without K-Flip on the team. And so for the Roly Polies, I think K-Flip's got to get it here.
Absolutely. Yeah, K-Flip was, like I like to say, a huge presence on the field for the Roly Polies.
Yep.
So I totally agree with you on that.
Well, that's going to wrap up the action for tonight, guys. That was a fun-filled Sunday night of matches, but we hope to see you guys all back here tomorrow as well. Russ, I think you've got the splash screen up for us. Going into match day 10, it's Monday night RSC with a late night contender matchup. Fingus No Legs, that's a crazy team name, from Dwarfhaven versus Eladrin from D20. And there's a D&D theme going on there. But that's going to be a matchup. And then immediately after that, we got a prospect matchup. It's Merchants from the King's Court versus the River Wolves from the Romp, who you just saw tonight in the amateur lineup with the Stream Rascals. Going to be another great set of games. We hope to see you guys out here. I don't know if we have casters lined up for that, but we've got a great field, or a great roster, if you will, of guys that love to come here and commentate on what we got going on. If you're tired of listening to us, maybe it'll be someone different. If you're not tired of listening to us, then maybe you'll see us again. But it's late on Sunday night. We're going to let you guys all get to it. We hope you have a great start to your weeks, and we hope the weekend was a blast, finishing with this, watching us play RSC. So to that, have a great night. GG's to everybody. GG's to everybody that played, and GG's to everybody that watched. Thanks, everybody.